Alright, so we're going to have just a couple examples in our intro video and then probably a couple videos after that. Word problems again, another day to practice. Alright, so at 11:30 a.m., two planes leave Grand Rapids, one flying east at 600 kilometers per hour, the other flying west at 500 kilometers per hour. At what time will they at what time will they be, typo, 2,475 kilometers apart? Okay, so what's happening? First of all, before that, we have our little distance formula. Distance is equal to rate times time. Alright, I'll come back to that in a second. Here we have Grand Rapids, and we got some planes flying out of Grand Rapids. First one flies east, this way, at 600 kilometers per hour. So 600 kilometers per hour, that kilometers per hour, that is a rate. So I'm going to say 600, but I need the time, so I'm going to multiply that by t. That's going to get us that distance east of Grand Rapids. Alright, the other plane is flying west at 500 kilometers per hour. So again, the 500 is a rate, and we have to multiply it by the time to get that distance to the west of Grand Rapids. So we have 500 t. And then it said, at what time will they be 2,475 kilometers apart? So what they're saying is, at what time is this total distance 2,475? So basically we're just going to take this distance and add this distance to it to equal that 2,475. So we're going to say 500t plus 600t is equal to 2,475. Alright, so we solve this, combine like terms, we get 1100t equals 2,475. Divide by 1100. So we get 2.25. That is our time. Now the question says, at what time will they be that far apart? So basically, after 2.25 hours, they're going to be that far apart. But what time is that? So we have to go back and see what time they started. Well, if they started, I'll get to that in a second. If they started at 11:30 a.m., well, first they went 2 hours, so that's the easy part. If we add 2 hours to that, we're at 11:30, 12:30, 1:30. So now we're at 1:30 p.m. But now we have to add 0.25 of an hour. So all you have to do to figure out how many minutes that is take 0.25 and multiply it by 60 minutes. If you do that, you're going to get 15. So now we just have to go back and add another 15 minutes. So it's going to be 1:45 p.m. That is when the two planes will be 2,475 meters? What were we in? I don't remember. They're going to be that far apart. A jar contains 60 coins consisting of dimes and quarters and having a value of $9. How many of each type of coin are there? Alright, so we have dimes and quarters. So let's start with our dimes first. Well, let's go ahead and say that we have an X number of dimes. And then because we're talking about the value of $9, let's just off to the side say that dimes are 10 cents, so they have a value of 0.10. Alright, we also have quarters. Well, if there's 60 total coins and X of them are dimes, then that means if you take 60 and subtract out your dimes, it's going to leave you with all the quarters. So the quarters are going to equal to 60 minus X. And then what's our value of quarters? That's 0.25. All right. How many of each type of coin are there? So because the total value is $9, we're going to add them together. But we have to bring in the value. So here's our dimes, but dimes are worth 10 cents. So you have 10 cents for every dime. We're going to add to it our quarters. Well, we have 60 minus x quarters. Remember, each of those has a value of 25 cents, so 0.25 times all of those quarters. That's going to equal $9. So I'm just going to say 9 because I don't feel like writing the 0.00. All right, solving the equation, we're going to distribute first. So we have 0.25 times 60. Well, I think we just did that in the last video. That's 15. 0.25 times a negative x is minus 0.25x. And then bring down your 0.10 or 0.1x plus that equals 9. All right, combine your like terms. 0.1x minus 0.25x is negative 0.15x plus 15 equals 9. All right, go ahead and subtract 15 from both sides. So if negative 0.15x equals 9 minus 15 is negative 6. Now we can go ahead and divide both sides by that negative 0.15. We get x equals 40. So what did we just figure out? X equals 40. The question is asking how many of each type of coin are there? Well, if x is 40, that means our dimes. We have 40 dimes. And then to get the quarters, you take 60 minus 40 and you get 20. So we have 20 quarters. And that answers that question. All right, I've got a special song for you guys today. When I was in middle school, they had recently started making these things called compact discs, CDs. Up till that point, at least in my lifetime, well, no, I guess records were around, but cassette tapes were the big thing. And then CDs came out, and this song is from the very first CD that I ever owned. So I thought I'd play it and see if you guys know it.
Hold on, little girl, show me what he's done to you. Stand up, little girl, a broken heart can't be that bad when it's through, fate would twist of both of you. So come on, baby, come on over, let me be the one to show you. I'm the one who wants to be with you. Deep inside, I hope you'll feel it too. Wait on the line, wait on the line, just to be the next to be with you.
All right, let me know if you know it.